So, welcome back. Just log on to the Facebook chat. So just bear with me a second. Just waiting for Reggie coming back from the bar. He's gone for a quick refreshment while he's waiting for one of the games to finish, one of the singles matches. He'll be back very, very shortly. This is the Speeple competition that Mr. Pierce, Rob Pierce, has come up with. Just to a little bit something different on a Thursday night for all those that are knocked out of singles. And it will be head-to-head. So Chris Cox will play Ash Dunlop, Michael Rouse plays Lance Hall and so on. And head-to-head, we'll both start at the same time. And first one to pot all the balls, in any order. I'll go through the rules in a short while. Just wait for Reggie. I'm just going to have a quick word with Graham before we do get going. So just bear with us a minute or so. So yeah, like I said, we're just waiting for Reggie to come back. He's gone to get himself a quick drink while the match was being finished off. So he'll be back in a second now. He's just been gone a while. So basically, it's head-to-head, straight Speeple challenge. Whoever pots the balls first is the winner, and they will progress into the next round. They've all paid $5 a go. Every penny goes to the chosen charity this year. And the winner will receive one of these nice Hainsworth Precision silver cloths. So it's for a bit of fun, something to do on a Thursday night, but something that will be a little bit exciting. So Graham's just given him a shout. So there'll be Graham Robinson and Reggie Gill will be officiating each table. He's here now. Just spotted him. I think he was stood in the queue. He's not got a pint, so he's. So we're just about ready to get underway, ready to just set the balls up on table 2. I'll take these names off as well so we can see a little bit more of each table, but what will happen is Graham will just go through the rules with the players, and then we're away. He'll count them down and we'll both set off head to head. I'm not too sure which one's Chris now. I think Chris played on my tour last year. Just making sure we get Ash on the on table 1. I've done it the wrong way around, so it doesn't matter as long as we know. So yeah, it should have been Chris on the table 1, but I've written them opposite sides, so it doesn't matter. We know Ash is on table 1 to the left, and Chris is on table 2. So here we go. Oh, the white's gone in straight away for Chris. He's got to wait for it to come back out. Reggie's just telling it's this end. The only rules are the white has to stop. So any foul, if you touch a ball or if you play a shot before the white's finished, the white will have to go back in through the system. We'll put it in the middle pockets. I'm not too sure what the world record for this is. I think it's something like 30-40 seconds or something. It's not as easy as it looks. That's for sure. It's all about, as well, you know, just trying to control that white and not having it running too far. Like that, Ash has just gone in off there. And so Chris has caught back up now to see wetting off from the break. He's giving himself a great chance here. I think he might have been better off going back up table there, but he's okay. Oh, he's just a little bit too heavy. These are fast cloths as well. Well, he's just let it slip a little bit, and Ash has come back into it. It's all about, sometimes you have to have a quick glance over at your opponent and see what he's got left. And if you need to bring one out, you just bring it out. Because sometimes if you do go full tilt for the pot and you miss it, you can end up halfway up the cushion. So it's looking like Chris is going to take this one. Fair play to Chris Cox. He was behind in that frame, but he pulled it back. So coming up next, we've got Michael Rouse and Lance Hall. So just bear with us a couple of seconds while we get the players to the table. Coming up next, we've got, as I say, Michael Rouse. You can see it there on screen. He's playing against, or he'll be racing against Lance Hall. Well, I've just been informed, unfortunately, Michael Rouse has had to go. His little one's poorly, so he's had to leave the competition. So his teammate's going to come in. So there you go, it's Martin Clearly's taking his place. Unfortunately, like I say, Michael's had to go home. His little one's not so good. Well, hopefully he comes back and it's not too serious. And we'll see him at some stage over this weekend. But so we're just waiting for, I think it's Lance Hall. So we're just waiting for Lance Hall. Just shouted him again. If he's not here in a couple of minutes, he will be scratched. And we'll crack on with the next two. So just bear with us. Once we get past the sound, once we get everybody here, the rest of it will go pretty smoothly, I think. They may well have gone to the bar like Reggie tried to do earlier on. So Graham's just given him a final call. He might not have heard Graham before, to be fair, because Graham is a little bit quiet on the microphone. It's not like me already. And I did shout him a couple of minutes ago, so maybe he heard that. So Lance is here, Martin Clueley's here. Just getting his cue out. I think he's going to play in his little hat as well, his Lance. So I don't know what kind of an hat that is, but snazzy. But we will be underway any second now. So we will get underway shortly, promise you. You're right, John, it is all about keeping control of that white ball. If you can play your shots without too much movement on the white. You need it not to travel that far, as least as possible. We've drawn a bit of a crowd now. See one or two of them just hanging over the barriers at the far end. We're about to get underway. So Graham will count them down again. And away it'll go. The white comes off the table. I think they decided that he was going to go back in the pockets, but we'll see. If they make a foul at any point, i.e. playing a shot before the white's stopped, or catching a ball while it's moving, then the white has to go through the centre pockets. And there you go, first foul there from Martin. He's not rushing though. And Lance, did he go in off? So Martin really didn't lose too much time over that then. So I should watch the screens really, because it's easier. And again, like I said before, it's all about trying not to have the white doing too much travelling, like that there on Martin's table. And not to panic if you miss one. And being able to spot the odd developing ball. Sometimes you can waste a second or two. It's always better to waste a second or two sometimes and go for something really difficult and end up with it on a cushion. So at the moment, Lancer's flying around the table. It's not really putting much speed into it. And there's one or two players I know that's coming up that will absolutely fly around the table. Jimmy Johnson, Lee Bridge, a couple of players that well, Martin's playing as if he's lost, but he's only one ball behind. He needs to get a move on. He can still do this. He's under it, that as Lance. think he's missed a trick there as Martin. He had a chance of this, but Lance is the one that's come through that. So the next two players up, I think it's going to be Craig Chiddy and Joe Timms. So just bear with us. Again, a couple of minutes. It shouldn't take too much longer now. So it will be Kev Kirkham versus Jimmy Johnston. Just have a quick look there. As you can see, Chris Cox went through. Hans Hall was just skipping Craig Chiddy because he is in the singles. We wasn't going to allow anybody that's still in the singles to play in it, but because we were struggling for numbers at first, I think they decided to let them come in. So it's going to be Kev Kirkham, the Golden 8 Ball Speed Pool champion, versus Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy Johnson's no slouch. So we'll see what happens. Change of plan. Kev's in the singles, so it's going to be Justin Milbourne versus Lee Bridge. And I do know both these two players are not too far away. Only many years in Chorley area. Part of my teams in the Golden 8 Ball. A couple of times. Good snooker player as well as Lee. Plays at the St George's Club in Chorley. He's no slouch as well, so we should see somebody running, I think, for a change. I think it's only going to take one to start running and they'll all be at it. Yeah, it should be good to watch, John. It's all about... There you go, let's get his name right. It's 2 L's and no E. So, only copying what I was given, so that's the state of play. So it's Justin Milbourne versus Lee Bridge. We've had to skip a couple of games. We'll go back to them in a short while. Graham's just going through the rules. So, and then he'll count them down. 3, 2, 1, and away they go. If you've lost the comments on Facebook, David, I don't really know, unless you might need to just refresh your phone. Lee with a bit of a control break there, didn't put too much into it. He's opened them up well though, but Justin give them a good crack. He's okay. He's just got a little cluster on that right hand side, but other than that, he should be okay. But the way them balls are lying for Lee there on table 2, he's starting to move then. A bit of a skip there, I think, from Lee Bridge. Bit of a smile there from Justin as well. And, 1 or 2 are watching now, and I bet they're all thinking, I wish I had a go at this. It's always the case. Well, we might get a chance tomorrow. I think Rob says we might do another one. It's all about trying to raise a little bit of money as well for the charity, which is the Comedy Club in Blackpool. It's a club that does activities for not special needs, but underprivileged children. And I think they're going to, with the money they raised this weekend, going to buy them a nice brand new black ball table. A bit hesitant there from Justin. He's got a chance here. Lee's having a look at these. I think he's looking for the fudge. Will Roo's background. He's giving up. He's given up, Lee. He's given up. Reggie's getting the ball out for him. I don't think it's going to make much difference. Lee's given up. I fully expected Lee to do well in this, but you can never tell. He's looking over. It's like he's waiting for his teammate to finish in the team event. He's got a chance here. No, he's hanging about. He's just. I'll tell you what, if that white goes in. Lee's going over to shake his hand. Fair play, boys. Nice to see a smile on the faces. So just bear with us while we sort the next 2 players out. It should. Let's have a look. Who have we got? Should be Michael Best. I know he's not so far away. And Thomas Kelly. So let's have a quick look at the state of play at the moment. Sorry about that, get that off there. As you can see, Chris Cox has gone through, Lance Hall's gone through, had to skip a couple of games, and then Justin Milburn's just gone through. So Reggie and Graham is just running through the rules with the 2 players. They'll get a countdown and then we'll be underway. Don't know too much about Thomas. Michael is a referee from up there in the northeast. He's been refereeing down to the Norbeck a couple of times now. So just get rid of the list of players so we can see a little bit more. Well, that was a bit of a loose rack. Nice pot there from Thomas. As long as he keeps control of that white, he's got half a chance. Michael seems to be out of sorts at the moment. Stick to reffing, Michael. Who said that? Oh, he's smashing into that white, and this is what you need not to do, is have that white travelling all over the place. Yeah, Michael's still I think he's just knocking his balls about. Is he using a break cue? Looks like he's using a break cue. It's a lonely place out there if you're playing something like this and you're struggling. What you saw in the last frame, In the last game at Lee Bridge, he got to a stage where he thought, I've had enough, and he had about, both players had about 10 balls left on the table. So I think Michael's at that stage now. I think he's given up, really. But you just never know. But Thomas is motoring along here. Should have no problem dispatching these last 3 balls. Well, he's going to have to develop it, which he hasn't. He doesn't want to go in the way again. He's okay. Have to tell Reggie to mind away from the camera when he sees this one. So unlucky, Michael. Thomas is through to the next round. I think the next 2 coming up is going to be Kevin Picton versus Phil Atkins. So just bear with us a couple of minutes. Just waiting for a player to come. Just wait for Phil Atkins. Phil. So, both players are here. Reggie's just going to read him the rules first, and then Graham will count them down, and away we go. Like I said, this is all for charity. All the players have paid a £5 each to enter this competition. All the money goes to the chosen charity this year. Kevin Picton was a little bit early there. It should have been restarted, but Graham is a referee. Come on, Graham. Phil's taking his time though. He's not rushing around that table, that's for sure. Has somebody told him it's Speepill? Does he know it's Speepill, Reggie? Speepill. He's having a leisurely stroll around the table. Somebody's telling him speed up. Kevin's got the idea. When we get to this second round, I think we'll see a bit of sweat. think Phil's he's having a Sunday stroll, I think. Just reading John Bevan's comment, presuming meaning Graham. Got to have a laugh. So, plant it. Again, you've got to watch that white ball. He's having a quick look over the other table and he's just decided that he's in no trouble. Set your time. So it has done. I can't believe how many people are watching it now. But they're all wondering, why didn't I ever got this bit of fun? Let's have another look. There's no need to. Just drop it over, in or over. There you go. Ooh. Phil's watching it drop in. Unlucky Phil. So Kevin's through. Let's have a look, see who's next. Next we should have Ravi Bath versus Andy Morris. So just bear with us a couple of minutes. So Graham and Reggie, as you can see, just running through the few simple rules we've got to both players, and we'll be shortly getting this underway. Ravi played on the there you go. I've told him, because we've got the big screens here at the Norbreck, and the names, the tables are on the opposite way around, obviously, because it's, well, they are. And so it looks like you're on the wrong side, but they're not. So we've got Ravi on the left-hand side, and Andy Morris is getting into the spirit of it. He's running around this table. Ravi's looking for a snooker. Good player is Ravi as well. Like I was about to say before, he played on the Southern Tour last year. Came to the national finals as well. Fair play to you. I was wondering whether to run it again or not, but I think I might just give it one more go. Keep being asked. Well, we have got one more competition to finish off, which will be January time, towards the end of January, and then I'll be looking at maybe starting another one. Well, Ravi would have had a chance of coming back at this, because all of a sudden it's all gone pear-shaped for Andy, but nice recovery there. And it's Andy Morris that goes through. Unlucky Ravi. So we're just going to double check the players that there was 2 players that was playing in the singles before, make sure they finished. So we'll just call the players and we'll just see who turns up first. Like I said, we wasn't going to put anybody in for this very reason that was playing in the singles, but yeah, Kev Kirkham's here, so it's going to be Kev Kirkham versus Jimmy Johnson, or James Johnson as he's put his name in. That must be his Sunday name. Get his name right. It's Kevin Kirkham, not Kevin Kirkham. So, and I think we should see a little bit of movement from both these 2 players. Like I say, Kevin is the speed pool champion from the Golden 8 Ball. I think he did his qualifying time in just under a minute. So he's no slouch. And Jimmy Johnson is pretty nippy as well. Two good breaks from both players. White's on the table, so it's all about who can control that white. There you go, we've got Kevin, he's running, he knows what it's all about, he's been here before, like I said. Whoa, he's having a look there, but vital seconds being wasted. Doesn't matter if the object balls are still rolling, as long as that white ball's stationary. Well, Jimmy's motoring now, he's managed to take advantage, and I think Kevin's title is about to be, well, it's not taken just yet because we've still got a long way to go, but it won't be him retaining it, that's for sure. One good pot here from Jimmy. Well, he went a little bit far with white, but he's okay, just run this through. And just this black wall, missed the red. He's nothing to worry about. At the moment he's not. He's got to pot it though. He has done, so unlucky Kevin. Great effort. Probably was one of the quickest ones as well, so we'll just, I think, Joe Timms is still playing in singles, so we'll probably start with the second round matches. So just bear with us, and we shouldn't be that long now. That I think all the players will be sat about around the arena. Yeah, we're not going to chuck anybody out. It's only a bit of fun. So, like I say, it's all for charity. So, we'll just come back to Joe Timms if he's still playing the singles match. We'll come back to him in a short while. If not, it'll be Chris Cox and Lansall. So it does look like it could well be the first round proper match. Craig Chiddy versus Joe Timms. I'm hoping it is, but Joe was playing his singles 2-1 about 5 minutes ago, so he may still well be playing. He's not here yet, so we'll just wait and see. I hope he's here because I've changed all the names. So it's looking like we've gone back to Chris Cox and Lance Hall. Can't miss Lance. He's got a hat on. It's not here yet. Was that Lance? It was Lance. So just waiting for Lance Hall to appear, and we'll be. So. Does work giving that final call out. So Lance is coming now. He was in another competition. I don't know what competition it was, but anyway, he's on his way. He's forfeited the other competition. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit. I don't know. When you're playing against the clock, you never know until you finish, really. Because you haven't got time to look at the clock. But you can tell he's here again with he's got a jug to himself. There's Lance. It was empty last time. That was nearly empty. He's knocking it back. He's got his carrier bag as well. So anyway, somebody's sat at the end side of the arena and thinking they're still in the draw, but they're not. So just put James Johnson through in the draw. I think they're just sorting that out, and then, well, they're going to get started, I think. Where's So somebody said there was in the paid to go in it, and there wasn't on the list. So I don't know. We're going to sort that out anyway. I think we're going to do another one on Saturday, so they'll get a go at it. Not a lot we can do at the moment. We're halfway through. So anyway, we've got Chris Cox versus Lance Hall. Chris on the left, Lance on the right. Lance, we'll just take that off as well. Lance had a bit of a slow start in his first match, but then started to motor. He's starting to move a little bit quicker now. But Chris he's in a good position by the looks of it. He doesn't want to move that white too much, but he's okay. Got a nice little kiss there. Now then. And 3 yellows on that left-hand rails could be a little bit of a problem. Having said that, Lance is just struggling slightly. That's a great pot from Chris. Now you just develop these. You've got plenty of time. You can afford to just bring them out. You don't need to hit them that hard. Just bring one out at a time if you have to. It's got loads of time here. 4 balls to Lance's 8, 7. So just, yeah, I was going to say don't rush. That's what it's all about. There you go. So just push it over. That's it. Lowers the time. Lance has got 4 balls left. So just this last yellow for Chris to go through to the semi-finals. Shake of hands. Well played, both players. Unlucky. I'm not too sure who's up next, but I think it's going to be. We're waiting for a player there, so I think it's going to be Justin Milburn, Thomas Kelly, but I'll find out in a second or two. Just bear with us. So it is, I think, going to be Craig Chiddy and Joe Timms, as long as Joe's finished his singles. Here he comes. We've got both players. So this is a first round match. Whoever wins this will be straight back on, I think, against James Johnson. So we're off. Craig Chiddy, he's running around the table. First time up. Not seen him before, but he's not hanging about. As long as that white ball stops Craig. Sometimes you can play a little bit too quick though. He's not hanging about. It's like a firecracker. What's going on? Well, I don't know if he touched that yellow with his. Looked like he touched the yellow with his sleeve. Somebody's actually talking to Graham at the moment. It shouldn't be. So Craig Chiddy all the time in the world. As long as... There you go. So, shake his hand, Craig. And Joe, unlucky. We'll be... Just bear with me a second and we'll be getting the next match up very shortly. So, here we go. Craig Chilly versus Jimmy Johnson. Countdown from Graham Robinson. Looked like the white was going in there for Craig. Another good break there from Jimmy. Got to say that Jimmy could be favourite here as long as he keeps that white under control. He's got a better lie of balls by the looks of it. He's pretty nippy as this Craig. He likes to run around the table. Nobody's fouled yet. Well, I thought Craig might have fouled before, but I saw a ball moving that I didn't think should have been, but I'm not the ref. It's a nice pot. But over on table 2, Jimmy Johnson's down to his last 5 balls. Nice plant. Come out nicely as well. So Jimmy can't afford to miss many more. He's got 2 balls stuck together and he's not in the best of positions. All of a sudden, one bad positional shot could have cost him, because all he's got to do is drop this black in the middle pocket here, Craig, and he's absolutely laughing. He's come from nowhere. Oh, he's missed a black. So Craig Chilly progresses through, unlucky to James. So the next 2 up is going to be Justin Milburn versus Thomas Kelly. Just bear with us a couple of seconds. Justin Milburn, Thomas Kelly. Well, that's one. They're both here. Blimey. Now we're motoring. So Graham just talking to somebody at the moment, and he'll be back any second to get this quarter-final underway. So Justin Milburn on the left, Thomas Kelly on the right. Looking at the balls, the layout, you've got a fancy Justin here. Just landing perfect. Now then, this is where it all counts, when you've got to start playing a couple of plants or a couple of developing shots. It's all about picking the right ones. That's a great shot from Justin. And Thomas has, well, he's not really got started, to be fair. Unlucky. So did well getting through the first round, but just couldn't quite make that one. So well played to Justin, goes through to the semi-finals. Now then, we've got Kevin Picton versus Andy Morris. Coming up next, just give us a second or two while we just alter the names on the scoreboard. So both players shaking hands. Graham counting them down. Nice plant there from Kevin. As I said before, sometimes it doesn't really matter too much if you miss. It's all about bouncing off the cushion and end up halfway down another cushion. You need to be hitting these balls just as hard as you need to, no more. And Andy's lost the white there, so he's had to wait for it to come back out. But as we saw in the first half, he's not hanging about, he's running around this table. Chance here, a very good chance. He's only got a couple of tricky balls. It's all about making the right choice and not having to take your time thinking. Needs to be very quick. That's okay. Plant here, just drop it in. Oh, he's missed the plant. He's looking over. But Kevin's still got 4 more to go now. So, no, he's going to go around the table with his white here. But he's not. He's dropped it in. Now then. He's missed it. Oh dear, where's the white landed? This is not the easiest of reds either. And I tell you what, if this doesn't go, only just, I tell you what, we might have to have a quick look back. He's give it to Andy Morris. Graham's give it to Andy Morris, but I was going to have a quick look back there. The photo finish. Well, just looking at the replay, and And they did get it, so just bear with us while we get the names in for the next match. So just about to get underway. Graham's counting down. It's Craig Chiddy again against Chris Cox. Both of these two will fly around the table. Craig had his hand out ready to catch that. And the other semi-final will be Justin Milburn against Andy Morris. So, pretty much, well, Craig's just got a slight advantage here. He's had some couple of nice splits. He's not hung about. Nice little develop there of the red, and it is played this way. He's going to be very hard to beat the way he's playing. Is Craig? Well played. Unlucky, Chris. Good effort. And Kev Picton. Dead. Yeah, I'd put the wrong name through, my fault. Here's Kev Picton. So sorry to those of you on Facebook that we've just lost before. Don't ask me why. Shouldn't have gone off, but it did. YouTube's still okay, but I do know we've had a few issues with the internet this morning, certainly on Top Table as well, and it's gone off again. Struggling. So I don't know what it is. So if you want to just fly over to YouTube anyway, Sound Army streaming on YouTube, we're okay on there. We'll have to get the AV man in tomorrow. If it does go, like I say, we're on YouTube. We'll have to get the AV man looking at it in the morning, I think. There's issues today. I think we had issues at the start of the Golden 8 Ball Festival. Justin Milburn come through that one. So Craig should have been on table 1. Justin should have been on table 2, but I was told Justin Milburn and Craig Chiddy, so that's what I wrote down. And the players wanted to swap over. No, doesn't matter. Not retyping. So anyway, it's the first time Craig's been on table 2. And he's flying again. So apologies for those on Facebook that it went down again. Just one of them things. Don't know what it is. Strange. If it does it again, I'll have to go Facebook Live separate. Well, Craig's, he's showboating it there, just taking his time, having a look, getting a bit, it's all in good spirits. Well played, Craig Chiddy. So he's the Bapto Speed Pool champion. Unlucky to Justin, good run from both players. A little bit of fun there, so hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I do apologise for Facebook going off. YouTube's fine, I don't know. I'll have a quick look now, see what I can see. but we'll be back in the morning. I'm not too sure what time it is. 20 to 12. We'll be back in the morning. 9 o'clock for the team event. I do know we've got a team from France on at 9 o'clock. Clive Bentley's team, the Railway Inn, from Bristol Way. They're on as well, first up. So, like I said, we'll see you 9 o'clock nice and early tomorrow morning.